Caitlin Clark has landed her first speaking gig of the offseason, guys, for this one here.
So Caitlin Clark is doing her yearly press tour, as in like, not even yearly press tour, yearly talk tour, where she just goes and she starts talking. She does plenty of talks. She will talk wherever is deemed necessary, and what we will see from Caitlin Clark is a lot of speaking array.
Okay, this is wild. Caitlin Clark just did it again, and this time she might have broken the internet and the WNBA's pay scale. Reports are buzzing that she's landed an off-season speaking gig pulling in anywhere from $400,000 to $500,000 for just one event. Yeah, you heard that right. $500,000 just to talk for an hour. And get this, with a full tour now lined up across the country, that total could potentially reach nearly $50 million by the end of the offseason. The moment this news dropped, fans instantly started buzzing, and so did Angel Reese, because the idea of Caitlin Clark cashing in millions for giving speeches while everyone else is grinding through practice definitely didn't sit too well with her. So let's dive into it, because the internet is officially having a meltdown, and Angel Reese is right in the middle of it.
I was making $3.1 million a year in college. What you talking about? He's like, yo, don't act like you're doing me a favor. First of all, Ice Cube and them offered me $5 million for 10 weeks. I told them no, then they came back for $15 million. Me, what I would have been doing. I would have grabbed that and waited till next year. I'm trying to bring awareness to women's basketball, taking a wild pay cut. When you think about, let's just say $5 million for 10 weeks, $78,000 for a whole WNBA season, or $15 million for 10 weeks. The is the commissioner talking about? What year you think this is? I was making 3.1 in college. I got a $28 million deal with Nike. Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth. Secondly, I don't know this for a fact because I haven't done the due diligence on this, but I can imagine how the ratings dropped since Caitlin Clark has been hurt. Because she was hurt the last month or two or however long it was before the season. I was even upset because the Fever actually made it to the semifinals and Caitlin Clark wasn't playing. Imagine this murder. Now, mind you, this is her second year. Her team makes it to the semifinals. What them ratings would have been.
Yeah.
Did you know that? But I'm saying, not even being funny, did you know the Fever was in the semifinals?
No.
Exactly, but I bet
Caitlin wasn't playing.
Exactly. If Caitlin was playing, you would have known that the Fever was in the semifinals. So, yo, I would be like, yo, if I'm Caitlin Clark, yo, you need to come see me.
She actually make the league hot. As much as people like to argue about it, she's what's bringing the eyeballs. I know that people are gonna hate that take, but it's the truth. It's like she's bringing the viewers along with everybody else, but they're coming to see her either win or fail, and that's what's bringing motivating a lot of the interest.
Just want to add a stat really quick to back up what you guys are saying. So it was reported that the WNBA viewership went down 55% since her injury, and even for the Fever's national TV games, it was at 1.8 million average viewers, and it went down to about 850,000. So
so you can feel how you want to feel about her. You can feel how you want to feel.
Listen, 55% is a lot, and Caitlin Clark's offseason looks absolutely nothing like the rest of the WNBA. While most players are either taking some much-needed time off, hitting the gym for intense training, or signing overseas contracts just to make ends meet, Caitlin is busy doing something entirely different. She's talking. Yep, the biggest name in women's basketball right now doesn't need to travel overseas or risk injuries for extra cash. She just shows up, delivers a powerful speech about her journey, and walks away richer than half the league combined. Her latest event is happening in Jacksonville, and this isn't just some small college auditorium setup. We're talking a full-blown, red carpet-level speaking engagement with ticket prices that will genuinely make your jaw drop. Fans can snag a basic ticket for about $150, but if you want that VIP experience, that'll set you back a whopping $4,500. And remember, that's just for one single night.
Conversations last offseason was Caitlin Clark $100,000 an hour speaking gigs. Well, I'm here to tell you she is not taking long getting back to work, raking in the cash because she has landed.
You actually get to meet Caitlin, snap some pictures, and maybe even sit at a dinner table while she shares her incredible story, like how her dad once had to paint a three-point line on their driveway just so she could practice shooting. And no, that's not a joke or some made-up detail. That's literally a core part of her personal journey. And apparently, it's a story that people are willing to pay thousands of dollars to hear. Just think about that for a second. Caitlin Clark could give that exact same speech 10 times this month and walk away with millions, all without even having to touch a basketball.
So it looked like Caitlin Clark is headed to Long Island Association, bro. So it stated Long Island Association joined the Long Island Association's president and CEO, Matt Cohen, moderates a special conversation with Caitlin Clark discussing her record-breaking performances, impact, and cultural influence on October the 29th at 10:30 to 12:30 in New York.
That's why everyone's calling it the Caitlin Clark money glitch, because she's figured out a way to make more money in one night than most of her peers make in an entire year. For context, the average WNBA player salary hovers around $120,000. Even superstar legends like Aya Wilson and Breanna Stewart pull in roughly $250,000 in base pay. But Caitlin? She makes double that just by talking for an hour. So, it's no surprise that Angel Reese's name instantly started trending after this news broke, with fans noticing she'd liked a few very interesting posts on social media. One viral post read, "Some players get fouled for free, others get paid for talking." And yeah, that one definitely got everyone's attention. Then another popped up showing Angel commenting about how some players get media protection like it's part of their contract, which didn't stay up long, but of course, the screenshots went viral instantly. Naturally, people started putting two and two together, thinking Angel Reese was once again throwing shade at Caitlin. And honestly, can you really blame her? While Caitlin's out there living this undeniable superstar lifestyle, Angel's been hustling hard to stay relevant, signing endorsement deals, tirelessly working on her brand, and constantly keeping herself in front of cameras. Yet the gap between them just keeps growing. Caitlin isn't just a basketball player anymore. She's a global brand with massive deals from Nike, Gatorade, State Farm, Bose, you name it. And now, on top of all that, she's stacking hundreds of thousands from speaking events. It's absolutely wild. But here's where things get even crazier. People aren't just paying to see Caitlin because she's good at basketball. They're paying because she's become a cultural icon, representing this monumental crossover moment where women's basketball finally exploded into mainstream relevance. She's undeniably the face that brought millions of new fans to the WNBA. Her name alone sells out arenas, and her games boost TV ratings higher than some NBA preseason matchups. So when you look at it from that angle, those speaking fees suddenly make perfect sense. If Caitlin Clark shows up, the event sells out. Period. And that's the kind of market power nobody else in the league, not Angel, not Aya, not even Candace Parker, can match right now. Still, that doesn't mean everyone's happy about it. Angel Reese, who has always been incredibly outspoken, probably feels like she's watching someone else eat from the very same table she helped set. Because let's be real, that LSU versus Iowa rivalry put both of them on the map in a massive way. That championship game wasn't just basketball, it was a cultural moment. Angel's taunt made headlines, Caitlin's performances made history, and both of them became household names. But since then, Caitlin's career has skyrocketed to unprecedented levels, while Angel's has stayed steady, but nowhere near the same trajectory, and that's precisely what's fueling this growing frustration. Angel sees Caitlin getting rewarded not just for her talent, but for her image, her marketability, her America's Sweetheart label, while Angel finds herself constantly fighting for respect, repeatedly being labeled the villain. It's the same story playing out over and over. One gets praised, the other gets criticized, even when they do the exact same thing. Caitlin gets called passionate. Angel gets called emotional. Caitlin gets called confident. Angel gets called arrogant. That frustrating double standard hasn't gone away, and this $50 million headline just poured gasoline on the fire, because no matter how you look at it, Caitlin Clark is making more money talking about basketball than Angel Reese might ever make playing it. And it's not just about jealousy. It's about fairness. The system rewards likability over performance, marketability over skill, and Angel knows it because she's watching it happen in real time. But you know what? Caitlin's just playing the game better than anyone else. She's not breaking any rules. She's just cashing in while the opportunity's there. And honestly, who wouldn't? If someone offered you $500,000 to talk for an hour, you take that deal with a huge smile too. Caitlyn's smart. She knows her value, and she's not waiting for the WNBA to pay her what she's worth. She's taking it directly from the public. And that's what truly separates her. She's treating her name like a brand, where every appearance, every quote, every sponsorship is part of a meticulously planned long-term strategy. So while Angel's online throwing shade, Caitlyn's on a stage somewhere collecting another check. And whether people love her or hate her, she just keeps winning. Because at the end of the day, Caitlin Clark figured out something that took other athletes decades to learn. The real money isn't just in the game. It's in being bigger than the game. And right now, she's proving it one speech at a time. So now that we've really broken down how Caitlin Clark's money machine works, let's pivot and talk about what this means for the WNBA itself and why it's rapidly turning into a full-blown storm between players, fans, and even sponsors. Because Caitlin's $50 million offseason isn't just a number. It's a mirror, showing everyone exactly how unbalanced the WNBA truly is when it comes to fame, money, and power. Let's start with the undeniable basics. The WNBA has historically struggled financially, with most players making a mere fraction of what male athletes earn. And for years, they've been given the same line. The league isn't profitable yet. But now you've got Caitlin Clark out here proving that individual players can generate millions all by themselves. Think about it. When Caitlin plays, ratings skyrocket. When she talks, tickets sell out. When she signs a deal, brands throw money like it's a clearance sale. And if you're Angel Reese, Aya Wilson, or any other player who's been in the league grinding for years, that's gotta sting a little, because